Hi Contemplating Adults, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today I was thinking that I want every single one of my videos to give my audience the maximum value that they can possibly get out of a video. Because see, if I'm answering any question that my audience might have or any problem to which the solution I can provide, I want them to watch only this particular video on a singular topic, and they don't have to watch any other video ever again for that particular question or problem. So I was thinking what video that I could possibly make, that would give my audience the maximum value. So my target audience is anyone who's looking to become better versions of themselves without losing the peace of mind. That being said, if you guys have any questions or if you have any ideas that you want me to make videos on, please comment them down below. I'll be sure to take a look at them, and if possible, I'll definitely make that video and give you a shout out as well. So, the best possible topic that we could discuss right now, and which is a major limiting factor in our personal growth journeys, is jealousy, envy, and comparison overall. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss how to deal with jealousy and how to stop comparing yourselves with others, because comparison is the killer of joy. Let's begin. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also follow me on Instagram at @ContemplatingAdult. Let's get down to it. Okay, so today's video is about how to deal with jealousy and how to stop comparison with others. I have dealt with jealousy in the past, and it did occupy a lot of space in my mind and a lot of time in my day, and it was really exhausting. And it was painful, and it did not feel good at all. The first thing that you need to know about dealing with jealousy, envy, and everything is that feeling this is completely normal. Everybody feels it. No matter how successful they might be, how famous they might be, how rich they might be, or how good you think their life is, everyone has something to be jealous of. A year ago, I was also dealing with feelings of jealousy and envy. Mostly envy. I was jealous. I was envious that I felt like a particular person had everything easier and had everything sorted for them. I was struggling with my NEET preparation. I had a lot of stress going on, academic stress, because I had to give NEET, and I was stressing about it, the general academic stress. And also I felt like I had a hard time making friends, which I didn't, but in my head I felt like I had, but I didn't. And then I felt like this particular person had everything easier. I felt like they were better looking than me. They had much better people around them than me. They had it easier. They were scoring really good marks, and they had particular other things that I was envious of, and I just felt like they had everything easier and better already in life, and I didn't. And here I was, working my ass off, but I was still struggling. I realized this when I was journaling, and I was writing down my feelings about everything, like what had happened the entire day, how I was feeling. And then it suddenly hit me. Shit, I am envious of this person. I am jealous. So then I decided to do what any sane person would do and Google it. Google how to deal with jealousy. And I did end up reading a few articles on it, and I did, not gonna lie, I did learn a few things that day, but over this past year, I have overcome jealousy and feelings of envy, and now I know how to deal with it in a proper manner to benefit me. And that is why I'm making this video, to help you guys deal with this, because I know every one of us, especially at this age of adolescence, between adolescence and adulthood, the transition that we're going through, this is where a lot of us do deal with this. And it's very natural, it's very normal. and it's nothing to be ashamed of or nothing to be, sad about. It's just there, and we need to deal with this. So the first thing that you need to understand is the difference between jealousy, envy, and FOMO. Jealousy is when you have something and you're afraid of losing it to someone else. Jealousy is related with the possessiveness and the fear of losing something that you already have. Envy, on the other hand, is wanting something that someone else has and you apparently do not. Let's say you feel like someone else has a better and easier life than you. They are effortlessly good at things and you are not. They are rewarded easily by the universe and you are not. That is envy. And you feel like they just have it easier and better than you. FOMO is the fear of missing out, where you feel like at this particular age there are some things that you should want, certain things that you should have by a certain age, and there are certain standards that you should hold yourself accountable to. That is FOMO. So the root of all this, jealousy, envy, and FOMO and everything else, is the killer of joy, aka comparison. Comparison can be of two types. It can be external, it can be internal. External comparison comes when someone else criticizes you or says something that does not make you feel good about yourself. And we take that and we internalize it, and that gets stuck with us for adulthood as well. So external comparison might affect you especially when you are in a vulnerable age, like your childhood or during your adolescent period, and it can really get to you. While internal comparison is when you yourself compare yourself with others and then you think, oh, they're better than me, or I'm not good enough, or I'm working my ass off but nothing is happening. What's wrong with me? Okay, so before we move on to practical ways on how to deal with jealousy and comparison and everything, first you need to know how not to deal with jealousy. If you feel like, let's say for example, you feel like, oh, she is prettier than me, but so what, I have more money than her. If that is what you feel like, which you should not, which is not the ideal way to think about a particular situation, but let's say you feel that and you feel like, oh, she is prettier than me, but you know what, I have more money than her. But guess what, one day you might come across someone who is prettier than you and even has more money than you. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? Are you going to go back spiraling into your vicious cycle of feeling bad about yourself and then comparing, oh shit, I have this? Because someday you will find someone and you'll come across someone who has every single thing better than you are. But the thing is that comparison is so stupid. Because why are you comparing apples with oranges? Everyone's story is different, everyone's life is different, and everyone is working on themselves the best they can possibly do during that current state of their life or that moment of their life. And appreciate yourself for that. Despite every single thing that you're facing every single day, you choose to wake up every single day, go about your life, trying every single day, and you have to appreciate that instead of comparing yourself, oh shit, I have been trying so much but they're doing so much better than me, I'm getting nowhere, I'm stuck in life. That is just a really stupid way to deal with jealousy. I suggest you do not do that. Do not do that comparison thing where you compare like ye cheese, wo cheese. Don't do that, okay? Let's talk about the real ways or the most practical ways and effective ways to deal with jealousy, envy, and comparison. I don't really want to talk about the causes of comparison or why do we compare, because I feel like comparison is not actually the issue. The issue is how we respond to it. See, again, there are two kinds of comparison. There is upward comparison and there is downward comparison. Upward comparison is when you compare yourself to someone who you think is apparently better than you and then you feel all sad about yourself. And downward comparison is when you feel like you compare yourself to someone who's apparently not better off than you, and you feel like, oh, I am a much better place than them. So thing is, neither can help you. Neither can add to your life in a positive manner. Comparison doesn't have to be a bad thing. The response to comparison is crucial. Take for example in upward comparison, when you compare yourself to someone who is at a much better place than you are, frankly speaking, no matter how successful you are, no matter how famous you are or how much money you have, there will always be someone who has something better than you, and who has something better than you, who is more successful than you, more famous than you, has more money than you, is way better off than you. First of all, you should not be comparing your chapter 1 with some other person's chapter 100, because that does not make sense. First, the issue is you compare your chapter 1 with their chapter 100, with their chapter 20, 100, and then you feel like, oh shit, they have already achieved so much in life and they're younger than me, and what the hell am I doing with my life? Thing is, I'm not gonna lie, some people have it easier. They have certain advantages that we don't have. They have certain connections that we don't have. The thing is, just because they have something or they got there first, does not mean that we cannot get that thing eventually as well. You might see someone's profile on social media and then you may feel like, the life looks so good. They are so happy, they have everything. Why does not my life look like that? Why does my life look so boring? But the thing is, what they show on social media is just the highlight of the entire day. Even me, everyone shows the highlight of their day, the best thing that has happened to them the entire day, the entire month, and that is all they show on social media. If I'm struggling or if I'm crying or anything like that, I won't put it on social media. Nobody does. So it's just the highlight that you see on social media. It's not the entire life. You don't know the struggle that they go through. You don't know what might be affecting their mental health. You don't know what the relationship with their families would be. You have no idea about their life. In truth, you don't know what their actual life looks like. You only see the filtered version that other people show you about their life, and you feel like, oh shit, their life is so amazing and my life is so terrible. But the thing is, that's not the truth. And even if it were the truth, how does that affect your life? Comparing your life to others and feeling bad about that does nothing, absolutely nothing to improve your life. The only person you should be comparing yourself with is you, on how you were yesterday. Are you doing better than how you were doing a month ago? That is all that matters. If not, then you should focus on what you can do today, the smallest little possible step that you can take today to make sure that the tomorrow that you're going to see is going to be at least slightly better, if not more. It's a very human thing to compare. You see someone and you automatically think like, oh wow, that's such a nice dress, or I love the way they carry themselves. I love the confidence they, expand. I love the energy that they put out into the universe. I love the way they talk. The thing is, when you see something or someone that you admire, instead of comparing yourself to them, oh shit, they're so much better than me and I can't even come close. Instead, when you're doing upward comparison, see that as a source of inspiration. Like, oh, this is how I want to talk. It might take a few months, it might take a few years, or this is the lifestyle that I want. This is the future me. Think like that. Think ki, this is where I want to be. This is meant for me. Just the fact that you desire something is an indication that you already have it in the future. That is how delulu I am, and you should be delulu too, if you ask me. Delusion is amazing. Try it. So, if you see someone and you feel like, oh shit, that is that is so cool, that is so amazing. Think, what can I learn from that person, or what can I learn from that situation, and how can I teach there? Because me admiring that is a sign that this is where I'm meant to be, this is where I'm going, this is what I want for me, this is what I want for my future self. And that would be the correct way to deal with upward comparison. You see them as a source of inspiration, not as a sign of what you lack in your life. And with downward comparison, you should not feel like, oh, I have everything, or I'm the best in the world. That is fine too. I totally appreciate and encourage putting yourself on the pedestal, as you should, but that does not mean you have everything. The correct way to deal with downward comparison is see that you have so much to be grateful for. The people out there who do not have food on the table, who do not have access to electricity, who do not have access to clean drinking water, education, or even internet connection. You have internet connection. When you see that you have things and you're much better off than certain people, take that moment to be grateful to the universe or God or whatever that you believe in. To be grateful for what you have in your life, to be grateful for everything that the universe or God has blessed you with. Be grateful, appreciate that, be happy, First, let's talk about some long-term ways on how to deal with jealousy. Then we'll talk about immediate things that you can do to, stop this vicious cycle of feeling jealous and then losing your peace of mind. So let's begin. The first step that you must take to deal with jealousy and all of this shit is you need to work on your self-esteem. The major cause behind internal comparison is low self-esteem. Working on your self-esteem, that will require an entire video of its own if you want to go into the details of it, but I'll give you a few tips on how to start. So the first thing that you can do is be kind to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself, okay? You need to love yourself first before you expect anyone else to fall in love with you. So, work on your self-esteem. Indulge. Take good care of yourself. Drink, eat good food, treat yourself, work on yourself. Cut people off from your life who do not make you feel good about yourself and who you might not notice it, but their little jokes might be affecting you subconsciously. So cut them off from your life and just surround yourself with people who love you, respect you for who you are, and you also need to step up to be there for yourself. Love yourself, respect yourself, be kind to yourself, take good care of yourself, sleep on time, get adequate sleep, get enough good food, drink enough water, exercise, just take care of yourself, indulge in yourself, buy some new clothes that fit you really well, make yourself feel good, buy some jewelry that will make you feel good, just do whatever that makes you feel good in long term. Like, don't fall for short-term dopamine highs, I know going on Instagram and scrolling for an hour might make you feel good during that one particular hour, but after that you will feel really guilty, so don't do that. Another thing that you can do to really improve your self-esteem and self-confidence is visualize yourself as your most confident, super amazing version who is really sure of herself, and whenever you're faced with a situation that is giving you anxiety or is really scary, ask yourself, what would she do? Would she, get scared and back out? Or she would be like, have courage and be fearless and, regardless of how she's feeling, she's gonna go up on that stage and, do her thing. So try that. Visualize every little single detail about her, like how she dresses, how she talks, what are the people she interacts with, who are her friends, how she goes about her day-to-day life, and try and show up as her every single day of your life. Next up, I want you to challenge your negative beliefs. See, every time you say that, oh, that person is better than me, or that person has got everything figured out while I'm struggling, I don't know how to do things, I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do this, if I'm going to be successful, is this going to work out? Just stop. Don't do that. Instead, I want you to take off others off the pedestal and put yourself on the pedestal instead. Like, I have a thing. It's not a thing. Like, I have this heart-shaped little square thing, and on it there's this thing. I put myself on the pedestal and I was like, yes, I do. Just be self-obsessed. Think about yourself. Like, obsess over the positive things that you have. Think about, think about all the things that you love about yourself. You love your smile, you love your hair, you love the way you talk with people. Think about the things that you love about yourself, and with the things that you could improve upon, think about what you can do to improve even the slightest little bit you can do to improve them today. Just the smallest little step taken every single day goes a long way. So, and working on this is not going to be easy, it's not going to happen in a single day or in a single moment that, oh, now I'm the best in the world, nobody can compare to me. That is not going to happen in a single moment or a single day. It's going to take years, and personally I feel like it's a lifelong process where you show up for yourself every single day and you speak good things to yourself about yourself, and you just show up for yourself. So keep that in mind and have patience with yourself and with life, with the universe, and you're going to get rewarded. I promise you. Another very important thing that I need you to understand is that nobody's life is perfect, and you might think that, oh, this is really nice, or this particular thing could be really good for me. The thing is, every little thing that you desire comes with its own little packaging of bullshit with it. Let's say in my case, for example, when I was doing my NEET preparation and I was giving all these mock tests, I was like, shit, itna sara ki, I have to study so much, I have to give so many mock tests. Still, there are people who score more than me, and I feel like they have everything easier. Jab tak main question likh li, wo log answer de rahe hain. And now that I've been through all of that and I've cleared NEET, and I'm in my first year of med school, I feel like itni zyada padhai, like seriously, or itna sara stress, itna sara zyada kaam, and there are a lot of beautiful things in MBBS as well. Like, the academics are really interesting, the practicals are really interesting, your batchmates are really cool, and there are a lot of good things in MBBS too. So the thing is, NEET preparation में भी और NEET के time में भी अच्छा था, अभी भी अच्छा है. It's just that अब जो भी ले लो, the pain is constant. There is some sort of pain that you're always going to have to endure. But thing is, the beautiful thing about life is that you get to choose your pain. You get to choose your own pain. There's this really amazing book by Mark Manson called The Subtle Art of Not Giving Enough. You must read it because that does speak about this. I learned about this concept from that book only. Ki life में सब कुछ, there's always going to be some pain in life that you have to endure. But the beautiful thing in life is that you get to choose your own pain. Choose your heart. Another thing that you should do is really, really focus on yourself. Because nobody else cares about you. And they should not, because you also should not care about, people do care about us, but at the end of the day, it's their problems that they have to solve. It's their issues that they're dealing with. And you have your issues to deal with, your problems to deal with. So focus on yourself, focus on your life, focus on your issues, focus on who you were yesterday and who you're going to be tomorrow. Focus on what you can do today at this very single present moment to make your life slightly better, or to make your future self better, to work on yourself. Work on yourself, focus on yourself, focus on your things, your issues. Do not obsess over somebody else's life, because that is not going to do anything to improve your life. Focus on your life. And every time you improve slightly, reward yourself. Celebrate that, because that is not something minor, that is something major. It might not be major as compared to somebody else's life, but as compared to who you were yesterday, the little step that you took today is a major milestone. So good job. Congratulate yourself and celebrate that and treat yourself to something nice. Okay, let's move on to the minor things that you can do immediately right now, starting this very moment, to stop these feelings of jealousy and envy from plaguing you. So step number 1 is go to Instagram or your social media account and unfollow or mute any celebrities or anyone that you feel like watching them makes you feel jealous. Go and unfollow all such pages or all such profiles that does not make you feel good about yourself, because you don't need that kind of influence in your life. Also unsubscribe from any kind of channel that does not provide you with any valuable content or does not make you feel good, like oh, my life is so amazing, because everyone's life is not easy or not perfect. Like, everyone is going through something, struggling with something. They might not be showing that to you there. So if you feel like somebody's channel is making you really feel bad about yourself, just go unsubscribe or go unfollow that page. You don't need that kind of influence in your life. Put yourself first. And the next thing that I would like to suggest for you to do is to keep a gratitude journal. But I feel like that's too much of a big commitment to ask from you guys. So I'm just going to say, do not start with that. If you do, that's amazing, definitely, and I really appreciate you. But since that would just be too overwhelming of a task for you guys to begin with, I would suggest open your notes app on your phone or anything after this video and just write 5 things, just 5 little things that you're grateful for. You can include anything you want. You can include electricity, you can include clean breathing air, clean drinking water, clean a place to a roof over your head, or even the internet connection. You can literally list anything. So you say and affirm to yourself, like, I am grateful for the life that I have. I'm grateful that the universe and God has kept me healthy. I'm grateful for the family that I have. I'm grateful for the opportunities that God has provided me with. I am grateful for every single day for being able to learn so much. I'm grateful for the education that I am receiving. I'm grateful for every single experience that I have. I'm grateful for the people in my life, and I'm grateful for how the world is treating me, and I'm grateful to have this YouTube channel and amazing people who are supporting me. Thank you so much. And I have tried to make this video as value adding to your life as possible, and I'm going to try to make it as concise as possible, because I want this video to give you the maximum value that I can possibly give you about this topic. And I hope you got some value out of it, or something that you could actually apply in your life. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Do not forget to comment down below how you felt, what you think about these advices or tips, whatever. And if you have any kind of comment or any kind of video that you want me to make, or anything that you want to know, just comment it down below. I'll try to make a video on it. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at @ContemplatingAdult. And also I have book club on Instagram, which is @ContemplatingAdult Book Club, where we share monthly book recommendations for you to read, and I suggest you check that out because the recommendations are top class. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much for watching my videos, because it's the best feeling in the world when people are actually watching my videos and they're benefiting from it. When I receive sweet comments like, your video really helped me, it just feels really good, because I have contributed positively to someone else's life, and that makes me feel so good and so grateful. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye bye.